Drunken Band.
Welcome to the Drunken Band. Here we are outside. It's a beautiful spring day in Melbourne. Spring has finally hit. It's been terrible, the weather. Really terrible.
It's been really awful, but today was beautiful.
Yeah.
So we thought, I might do some rollerblading this one. Today, what we're going to talk about is the reasons why Melbourne is very livable. Melbourne ranked number one.
Number one in the world for 7 years in a row for the world's most livable city. So today we're going to talk about why it is voted as one of the most livable cities, or the most livable city. But also we're going to talk about the reasons why we think it's quite livable, and also some of the things that kind of bring it a bit down as well.
So keep watching this video, click the subscribe button.
Yeah, subscribe. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is salary. The wage and salary here is quite high.
Yeah.
And the cost of living is quite high, but I think the wage goes quite above that to be quite livable, really.
Yeah. Probably some of you have seen our previous videos about the cost of living in Melbourne and may thought, oh, it's quite expensive. Yeah, it is quite expensive living in Melbourne, but you get good salary as well. So it kind of works out. So in a way, for me, I feel like I can save up more money in Melbourne than when I was in Korea, even though the cost of living is a little bit cheaper.
That's a big one too, because you know,
money is important.
Money is important, unfortunately.
Money is important. What could you do?
The next one is how spacious Australia is, and we'll show you some videos now. While I'm talking, you can see how the parks here, there's a lot of room. It's a nice sunny day, but there's still not so many people around because there just isn't that many people in Australia for how big it is. So it's very spacious. When you decide it's a nice sunny day and you want to go out, it's not going to be like other cities where everything's just crammed full of people because it's so lovely outside.
Yeah.
So Australia, you will find spots, parks where there's almost no one, even on a beautiful sunny day. So that's another really good thing. There's a lot of space in Australia.
Speaking of space, houses also, they are very big, so it's got a lot of spaces, so you can put your junks in there. We're thinking making a teddy bear room.
That's true, we'll make a teddy bear room.
Yeah.
Another one, and again, you know, we've seen it a lot today in our travels in this nice, beautiful area we're here in Melbourne, which is, it's very dog friendly, very pet friendly, and very kid friendly too. There's a lot of amenities for dogs and kids as well too, like a lot of playgrounds, and for dogs there's a lot of how do I put it, like the little doggy bags and stuff that you can park and stuff like that.
I feel like dogs here live way too much well.
Yeah. Do you know what? Actually, the pet economy here is amazing, because like every kind of store, like if you go to Kmart, Big W, Reject Shop, all these kind of supermarkets and stores, there's a massive pet section and they sell a lot of products like dog beds, things like that, but it's like really high-end stuff. Like dogs are treated very well here. Cats as well. Cats get these massive cat trees, and because Australian houses are so big, you can put these massive big concoctions of cat trees, like Cat Mansion.
The next one is coffee.
It's one of these things when you come here, even if you're not a full-on coffee drinker, if you just begin it, there's like a big coffee culture here. It's something that you do when you're at work. You go on coffee runs. Yeah. It's really big here. It's coffee, and the coffee is really good.
I feel a bit weird because only popular cafes and restaurants have big lines in Korea. But in here, I feel like every cafe has a line in the morning, about 8ish kind of o'clock. The coffee is really great. I wouldn't say every single cafe in Melbourne is great.
No, of course not. But it's just a very high percentage of coffee that is great. Another big one, which if you're into this kind of thing, is sporting events. Sporting events are massive here. There's a lot of different events like Formula One, race car driving. There's the AFL, which is really big here. Also soccer is very popular.
Melbourne Cup.
Melbourne Cup, of course. Yeah, Melbourne Cup, we get a public holiday for that. We've got a public holiday coming up for the AFL Grand Final too. It really, like, you know, 2 public holidays for sporting events, it's quite rare for cities. So
Yeah.
I really, really love their sport. And if you're into that kind of thing, it's really, really good for that. And there's a lot of, it's not just at a professional level, which they really love their sport, but it's also at a local level. So if you're into cricket, if you're into soccer, if you're into AFL, if you're into a lot of different sports, there's always leagues that you can do that on a local level. There's a lot of fields also outside, like every kind of field, baseball, hockey, everything. So there's a lot you can do when you really like sports. There's a lot of places and you can choose.
To be really honest, sports is really not our thing, especially me. He likes
I like
soccer.
playing sport, but it's not something that I watch very often, but I definitely love
Yeah.
playing sport myself.
Next one is us, pretty much.
Yeah, it's international food, which I don't know if you heard in the background, but I could hear the ice cream truck. So I'm really tempted to go look for the ice cream.
I want to run for it.
So maybe after this, hopefully the ice cream truck's still there. But anyway, on to food. So another great thing about Melbourne that makes it really livable is food. You've got so many food choices because there's so many cultures down here, and like every Japanese restaurant is run by Japanese people, Korean restaurants by Koreans, and Turkish restaurants by Turkish people. So you get a lot of very authentic food here, which is really, really good, because in other cities you get, you know, choices of food, but it's not so authentic. Whereas in Melbourne, you get really authentic international food.
Yeah.
Instead of traveling around to every country in the world to try all their different kind of authentic cuisine, you can just do it in Melbourne because there's so many. Yeah. The other great thing is that there are so many festivals in Melbourne, whether it be in winter, summer, it doesn't matter what season, there's always seems to be a festival going. A lot of them are in the city and Fed Square, but also they close off streets, they close off alleyways, and they always put on a festival. Again, this can a lot of the times be an international food thing. Like there's a Greek festival where they close down the street, and there's, you know, a Korean festival, they close down a section too. Like there's a lot of festivals here. So it's another really great way of seeing cultures. Another really great thing about Melbourne, which makes it quite livable, is that it's very friendly. It's got really great customer service. Sometimes they go a bit high on their customer service. It's like, hi, how are you? Welcome, you know, how's your day been? Yeah, they're very full on sometimes, but it is very friendly, and just, you know, a lot of the time you're walking down the street, and especially on like a nice day like this, you'll be walking, someone's like, oh, hi, good morning, how are you? A few things that are a bit negative that we think brings down the livability factor here is transport is a big one for us. Like, I know a lot of people say that the transport is very good here, which on some level, I think in the CBD with the tram network, which is very extensive, it is good. But overall, in the outer suburbs, especially later at night, and on the weekends and on a Sunday, things get a bit bad. Or for instance, when it rains or when it's really hot, it's just trams don't run on time, trains don't run on time, platform changes, like the same train line doesn't go on the same platform every time, and that's not something that happens in other cities. Usually it's quite stuck on this platform will be this train. We've got a doggy coming to us. Hello. Hello.
Doggy coming to us.
Hello. Hello. See, this is how friendly.
Oh,
That's how friendly they are here.
crying.
Yeah. Can't find his owner. Look, he looks a bit lost. We might have to adopt that dog, possibly. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what we're talking about. That dog was quite cute. So yeah, there is a few things. Public transport can be annoying at times.
I mean, I wouldn't say Melbourne transport is like by far the worst, but it's definitely
Not so good.
not as good as the country I lived in.
Oh yeah, the other thing which is makes it not so livable is the weather, which, I mean, it depends what you like in weather, but it's just so sporadic. It's just so, you never know what you're gonna get. Some days it's like this, it's nice and beautiful. It's nice, quite warm actually. The blue sky down here in Melbourne, when it's a sunny day, is amazing. It's beautiful. It's so blue.
Winter or like just too much kind of irregular changes.
Yeah, it's very regular. Even like we're quite a few weeks into spring now, but only today's the first day which is could even remotely call spring because it's just been freezing. So overall, I reckon, you know, I don't know if Melbourne is number one. It's got number one for 7 years in a row, and there's definitely reasons why it should definitely be up there. And highly recommend it to people. It's a beautiful city to live in. Is it number one? I don't know. Where did your city rate on the list?
So thank you for watching this video.
Yeah.
Please give it a like and also tell us that which city is your favorite, or you know, you might have traveled other countries too. So what was the best thing about the city?
Okay, so we're off to find the ice cream truck and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks heaps for watching. We had a great time and we'll see you in the next video.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye. Guys.